Ample scholarship suggests that union membership reduces racial resentment among white workers. But it is likely that in the mid to late 20th century, not only did union membership decrease racial resentment in the abstract sense, but it also prevented affirmative prejudicial action by members. One interviewee who had worked with union and non-union miners in Pennsylvania and West Virginia for more than 50 years told us a story that he prefaced as kind of funny but dark. A while back, now this was a while ago, I was talking to a guy, and he said that he had recently asked a miner he had a lot of respect for about the KKK, Ku Klux Klan. The miner gave a very right-on talk about how in the United Mine Workers, we don't care about color, we believe in equality and all that. And then, when he was done, he said, "But if it wasn't for all that, I'd probably join the KKK." Of course, the miner in this anecdote clearly had prejudicial views. But there is something to be said for the fact that his social and political needs were satiated by his membership in the progressive organization of the UMWA. Because of the union, he did not join an abhorrent extremist organization, and even though he was not convinced by the UMWA's positions on equality, his devotion to his union prevailed over his potential desire to deviate from the union stance. Today, with fidelity to unions among such groups having nearly evaporated, an intervening organization or entity often cannot prevent a similarly situated individual from making the leap to join an extremist organization. In the aftermath of the Capitol insurrection on January 6, 2021, pundits and popular media began to take stock of how groups such as the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers formed and gained traction. In many cases, the genesis of far-right nationalist or white supremacist groups was social in nature. Both in-person and online groups provided space for mostly white men to express their frustration with perceived social relegation. The founder of the Proud Boys, Gavin McInnes, explained on his podcast, The Gavin McInnes Show, that the Proud Boys began as a drinking club in which like-minded men would meet at bars in New York City and gripe about politics and social progress. McInnes once told Alan Feuer from the New York Times that Proud Boys meetings were quite like those that the Shriners or the Elks might do, as Feuer recounted. Crucial differences, of course, set the Shriners well apart from the Proud Boys and the Elks in a different space from the Oath Keepers. Fraternal organizations have always been structured in alignment with basic tenets of American democracy. Beyond being federated and having constitutions and elections, fraternal organizations elect top leaders and have long encouraged and even at times required active participation in democratic and civic affairs by their members. A reverence and appreciation for U.S. institutions is instilled in members. The Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, clearly, were not established with such groundings in American constitutional democracy.